Hello everyone, I am Sashali Cross, Assistant Botanist within the Botany Department of the Natural History Museum of Jamaica. Today, I will be presenting on the topic, There is a Wetland in Your Neighborhood, a closer look at the Mason River Protected Area. In our presentation today, we will be looking at an overview of Mason River, important features of the Mason River Protected Area, Game Sanctuary and Ramsar site, its biodiversity, its importance and threats, as well as importance of and how to take care of wetlands and restoration activities at the Mason River Protected Area. Mason River is a community which sits on the border of Clarendon and St. Anne and lies approximately 4 miles by road northwest of the town of Kellett's, Clarendon. On the map of Jamaica on screen, the red marker shows the location of Mason River. In 1956, an aerial survey by scientists revealed interesting landform features within the area. Later visits led to the discovery of Jamaica's only recorded inland peat bog, a marsh, and many interesting and exciting plant species. Here we have an aerial view of the entrance to the property. If you look closely, you will see a section of a pond that sits opposite to the field station. Some of the plants that were found on the property had not yet been discovered by scientists. They found plants that were carnivorous, rare, and many endemics. The area had very little infrastructure, and the rich biodiversity of the area was quickly being cleared for agriculture. In order to protect the remaining biodiversity, in the years that followed, the site was designated a protected area, a game sanctuary, and a wetland of international importance, also called Ramsar site. The site is one of Jamaica's 4 wetlands of international importance. The property is managed by the Natural History Museum of Jamaica, NHMJ, the National Environment and Planning Agency, NEPA, and the Jamaica National Heritage Trust, JNHT. It consists of 202 acres and has been divided into 3 sections: 36 acres for the control area, 44 acres designated as agricultural area, and the remaining 122 acres form the reserve and is permanently fenced. The term biodiversity refers to the variety of plant and animal life in the world or a particular place, a high level of which is usually considered to be important and desirable. Let's take a look at some of the interesting biodiversity found at the Mason River Protected Area. To date, 431 plant species have been documented at the Mason River Protected Area, of which 90% are native, 11% are endemic, some of which are endangered. Some endemic plants that have been recorded include prickly pole, Jamaican rose, Lisianthus exertus, and the orchid Tolomnia pulchella. If a plant or animal is endemic to Jamaica, that means it is only naturally found in Jamaica. These are 2 of the endemics recorded from the property: Jamaican rose, also called cup and saucer, and Lisianthus exertus. There are also 4 types of carnivorous plants on the reserve as well. They are the sundew, bladderworts, which are both natives, and the Venus flytrap and pitcher plant. Both were introduced but grow very well due to the conditions of the site. Here we have 2 insect-eating plants found at Mason River. To the left, we have the infamous Venus flytrap, and the image to the right is of the native sundew. Can you spot the fly caught by the sundew and about to be eaten? Look closely in the blue circle. Image to the left is of a pitcher plant and to the right is one of two species of bladderworts found on the property. Bladderworts only appear during the rainy season when parts of the trail become flooded for a period of time. The moss growing here is also very special. It can hold up to 40 times its dry weight in water. It is important to wetlands because it helps with the retention of water. The Mason River is also home to a diversity of animals. They include insects, reptiles, bats, and 54 species of birds. Did you know that the first reported sighting of the Connecticut warbler in Jamaica was at the Mason River Protected Area? These dealer grasshoppers are endemic and were only known to exist in the Cockpit country prior to their sighting at the Mason River Protected Area. These two beautiful birds are only found in Jamaica and can also be found at the Mason River Protected Area. The site also has recreational benefits. The Mason River Protected Area Nature Walk is a 1.5 kilometers long trail which will take you from cool, closed, canopy-like conditions to open areas featuring a variety of plants, animals, land features, and a weather station. Since the discovery of the property to now, the property has faced a number of threats with varying degrees of severity. Such threats include logging, clearance for agriculture, fires, bird shooting, invasive species, and also climate change. One of the greatest threats to the biodiversity of the area has been the spread of the native invasive plant species, the vampire fern, Dichronopteris pectinata. The wetland features peat bog, streams, ponds, marsh, and springs of the Mason River Protected Area slowly supply water to areas of the community, which is utilized in a number of ways by persons in the community and surrounding environs. This aerial photograph shows a section of the property with two wetland features. The marsh consists of plants and water. Some of this water may drain to surrounding ponds, such as the one in the photograph, which supplies nearby farms with water. A number of ponds are located on the property. Residents of the community use the springs for a number of domestic purposes as the community is without piped water. The site also has other important benefits. Over the years, a number of researchers, both local and international, have visited the Mason River Protected Area to conduct studies and collect data. The site offers a mix of research opportunities through its unique landform features, biodiversity, and conservation opportunities. There are many types of wetlands in Jamaica. Generally, wetlands offer numerous benefits as they act as nature's kidneys by removing pollutants and improving water quality. They reduce flood damage after heavy rains by temporarily storing floodwaters and slowly releasing them to surrounding areas. They offer protection to shorelines from storms by absorbing wave energy released during storms. They are considered nature's nurseries because they provide critical habitat for fish and other creatures. Wetlands supply food and offer a major source of income for fisherfolk. Wetlands are beautiful. They create many recreational, research, and tourism opportunities for Jamaica. With the many benefits that wetlands provide to us, we should do our part in helping to protect them so that they will remain healthy and continue to give us great benefits we all enjoy. Here are some ways we can protect our wetlands. Stop littering. Dispose of all our garbage properly. Reduce use of pesticides and fertilizers, especially when living close to a wetland area. Avoid planting non-native and invasive species of plants. Do not remove plants that do not pose a threat to wetlands from wetland areas. They are important and are a vital part of the wetland ecosystem. Keep your pets under control. Some of our aquatic pets may be harmful to wetland areas if they are released in them. Take part in conservation projects that help wetlands. The Natural History Museum of Jamaica loves wetlands and takes pride in managing the Mason River Protected Area. One of the many ways we try to take care of the Mason River Protected Area is by removing one of the greatest threats to the area, the invasive vampire fern. This plant is very dangerous to the diversity of plants on the property as it tries to take over by killing many other plants. By removing it, many different plants are free to grow and thrive. We further help the area by replanting the areas we clear with a diversity of native vegetation to restore the disturbed areas. The Mason River Protected Area Restoration Project. Our image to the left highlights one of the smallest of 4 patches of invasive fern surrounded by lush vegetation which the fern tries to kill. To put the size of the fern patch into perspective, the very large blue arrow below the patch points to a small black object. That object is our field vehicle. The image on the right is of the same patch after we started our project to remove the invasive fern. We are now in the phase where we are planting natives in the cleared area to restore it to its original state. Here is a photo of some awesome students and sponsors who volunteered to help us restore our reserve by planting native and endemic species on the cleared site. Special thanks also to the National Environment and Planning Agency NEPA and the Jamaica Conservation Partners JCP, who are our funding partners for this environmental restoration project. Is there a wetland in your community or close by? How do you use it? How do you help to take good care of it? Let us help to take care of our environment by also taking care of our wetlands. We close our presentation by reflecting on the main campaign for World Wetlands Day 2021. Inseparable: water, wetlands, and life. Thank you.